Alright, YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So let's get straight into this video. Let's talk about how you got the Midas touch. So if you resonate with this video, you know what I mean, but you're somebody that is good at pretty much anything that you do. You're kind of like a universal type of person. And I wouldn't just say you're a jack of all trades and a master of none. I would say you're a jack of all trades and a master of all, right? So I felt the need to speak about this video because it came to my spirit. But the thing is, with being someone who's gifted, right, you have a light inside of you. Because you have this light inside of you, everything you do is kind of like blessed. It's like you have this like pretty much the Midas touch, right? Like whenever you do something, it somehow works out. So for example, you could say you were like a salesperson at first. You're really good at sales, that was your career, and then all of a sudden you decide to completely switch it up to something to do with the law or whatever it is. You ended up doing that and you're already good as a salesperson. You're already very good as a salesperson. Then you go to law and you become really good at it really quickly. This is what having the Midas touch means. It means there's not only like one or two things that you could do. You could do pretty much everything, right? And you get good at everything you do. And this isn't anything to brag, because yes, people could learn anything. People could learn how to do anything, right? But I'm talking about in the case to where you easily pick up on things, pretty much to where you are able to do anything that you want, regardless of how you are, who you are, what type of knowledge you have, whatever it is. You're able to do whatever you want and do it quickly and efficiently, right? And this is how God made you. This is why you have this light. This is why you have this kind of Midas touch. And this doesn't just go to like work or whatever. This also goes towards just anything that you could do. It could be as simple as just like someone's having trouble, like, you know, working on their car, and you're not even a mechanic, right? Like you might not even be a mechanic, and they're having trouble working on something. Like maybe they don't know how to change the oil, or maybe they don't know how to like change their spark plugs, you know, something like that, right? And maybe you don't know it either, but then you start to offer help or something, right? You might not know anything about it, but you're like, you know what, I could help. And all of a sudden, like, you figure out exactly how to do it, right? And it's something that's like simple. It's just like things come to you. It's a weird way where things come to you. So you've probably had situations to where you've done things and like maybe it's not working out for other people, and all of a sudden it works out for you, or all of a sudden that thing worked out. You just generally get good at things really quickly. And you could be, for example, like just learning how to play basketball, and you quickly move up in skill very fast, or just learning a video game, or just learning anything, right? But everything you do turns gold. So it could be between a business, a sport, or whatever it is. It doesn't even matter what it is. But you got that touch to you, and you've probably heard people say to where like they're like, how are you able to do all these things? How do you learn all these things quickly, right? It's because the things that you do are blessed, because you have the light of God inside of you. Everything you touch will be blessed. So you've probably seen even the darkest situations in your life end up working out in your favor, right? It's always like somehow you cause bad things to end up being good things, right? This is what happens. It's not a coincidence. This is what happens when you're someone who's chosen, right? Who has a light. So pretty much everything you do turns gold. Like not literally, but pretty much everything you do turns gold. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you pick. It'll end up working out for you. And depending on what you do, so even if you do, God forbid you do this, but even if you do go to dark things, right? Like say you became like I don't know, like a drug dealer or something, you would end up being very good at it. This is what I mean. It's like anything that you do, whether it's good or bad, it's going to turn into gold. It's going to be a success, right? But the thing is, because you're this way, you're always also burdened by things, right? Because everything you do ends up working out, but because everything you do ends up working out, there's always going to be some sort of resistance. Like I've spoke before, like you may have the idea and the funds to like start a business, but all of a sudden those funds start to drain. Like you had the funds, but they start to drain because all these bills out of nowhere start piling up for whatever reason, or something in your house or car or whatever it is requires like a whole ton of money. There's always like some sort of obstacle with you. So if you're someone who's gifted like this or chosen, every single thing you do is always going to come with a devil, and it's an incredibly annoying thing, but this is just what happens because you have this light, right? And the dark doesn't like the light because the light spreads good things. The light spreads knowledge. The light helps. The light creates good things. So the enemy knows you have this touch about you. You have this kind of effect where like you bless the environment. Like you even have this Midas touch to where whenever you come around people, and if you're chosen, a lot of times you meet people at the right time. Like you meet people when they need to hear a certain thing, right? So you could have went and met a random person and you could have thought it was like a coincidence or something. But then all of a sudden, like you speak to them and then a day later you hear about them. They're like, oh, I just landed this job that I've been wanting for a long time. Or, oh, I just did this, or I just did that. You're pretty much like this walking blessing, right? This is how you have the Midas touch. Like anything you touch, and it doesn't have to be a literal touch, but even people that you speak to end up getting blessed. And you've seen this happen probably too, where you could have came around a certain person, they could be talking about certain things or like struggling or something, and you could have just spoke to them. It could have just been not even about the topic that they're worried about. It could have just been you being acknowledging them and speaking to them, right? Then all of a sudden they're like, yo, I got this interview for this job, or oh, I landed this job, or oh, I hit this milestone, or I did this, or I did that, right? You cause this effect on people because your spirit is so high, it just like increases other people. Because your spirit is so high, that's what causes this Midas touch. It makes everything a success to you, right? It causes everything to grow pretty much, right? It's like everything you do gets brought to life. It becomes a success. It doesn't die. Everything you do gets brought to life. You don't kill. You only make things alive, right? So yeah, I wanted to talk about this video because this is something interesting that I've seen too. This has been my experience as well, but there's also people I've seen that have this effect on other people as well, that have this light. It's like almost like they're a good luck charm, and it's almost like anything they do, they just happen to be so good at it. Like they reach a skill level that's really high really fast, right? And it's not like they don't try. It's literally like they reach a skill level because they know exactly what to do, right? They're efficient. And this is who you are if you resonate with this video. This is only for people who resonate with this video. And of course, it's not going to be like you're never going to have any failures, but you've probably seen in your life that the things that you've done that you wanted to do have usually turned into a success. Almost 100% of the time, they've usually turned into a success, whether it's in a normal way or whether it's in a weird way. It always ends up turning into a success. So this is what you are, right? You're a walking blessing. And even the things that you speak, not because you speak, the way that you speak is always coming from like a high point of view, right? Because your spirit is so high, you always speak life, and life and death is in the power of the tongue. This is why whenever you speak, especially to other people, you speak good things, and these things come to life. That's why you might have other people be like, yo, like they might not tell you it's because of you, but they could come and meet you up again and say, yo, like I got that job, or oh, like I started to do this thing and it's really been helping, or I had the success in something, right? This is what you do. This is how you have this Midas touch, this kind of golden touch about you. It's kind of just like walking blessing effect on you, right? So yeah, this has also caused a lot of people to be around you because they see that light as well, and they want a piece of that, right? They want to feel that type of energy. They want to feel that type of vibe. So this is what causes you to attract a lot of attention. And if you're watching this video, you're supposed to attract a lot of attention. Even if you don't like to attract a lot of attention, you're supposed to attract it. That's why you get a lot of attention, right? Because if you're someone who's called by God or chosen by God for a purpose, or you have a light to you, you're created to help the world, right? You increase the world. You make the world a better place, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and if you're not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. All right, God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.